Right, I'm in frame. Sick.
Oh, sorry. I read the situation wrong. Sorry.
We just started kissing. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cancel Podcast. We are on episode...
Yes.
Episode, yes. 11?
No.
10?
9. 4.
Nah, it's not now.
10.
First episode. No, I think episode 11.
Episode 1 of the new and improved Cancel Podcast. Right? Episode 1, Season 2. This is where we kick it into gear. Right?
Yes.
Like what Connor does.
We're
we
prepared.
kick it into gear. Like
We've
the
got...
gear that Connor sniffs. Because Connor sniffs gear.
What?
Connor sniffs cocaine. He doesn't. It's a joke.
I am a cocaine
No.
addict.
It's an ongoing joke on his live streams that he does cocaine. Everyone thinks it, but genuinely he doesn't. He doesn't sniff coke, and everyone thinks Connor sniffs coke. Yeah, I'll move that back.
Anyway, when we say new and improved podcast, we mean we've got another camera. But it's pretty much what's going on.
No.
right
I
now.
don't mean that.
Hold on.
I mean
I'm
the
not
fact
finished yet.
every
I'm
week.
not finished yet.
Oh well, go on then. Go on.
See, this is what he likes to do. Yeah. Every time the camera starts rolling, it's just.
Can I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing? Right? Can I just say one thing? I did a podcast with some lads a couple of weeks ago, and I think it's going out on there.
Can I just guess? Were you just talking over them the entire time?
No. This is what I'm going to say. It was very like them, then me, then them. There were no talking over. I think my brain. I think my brain just like automatically goes, Connor's a retard, I need to speak over him.
Yeah, but I think the only reason that's like that is because it was an interview, like as an interview podcast. It was like if someone were to come on ours, like with the thing with Shelley.
Yeah.
It was us talking, then it was her. But because it's me and you, we're talking to each other. And we're talking to each other like we talk to each other in person. Which is literally just him talking over me all the time.
There seems to be a lot of resentment.
Thank you.
Coming from you.
Thank you. I'm glad you.
The last podcast was just you though. I just let you take the
It's
reins.
mad because I was watching it last night, just like as a refresh, and every time I skip through the video, it's just you talking. There's never a point in that video where it was just me talking. But anyway, doesn't matter. As I was saying before I got interrupted, we've got another camera here, 2 views. Say hello, Brad. Hi.
I've gone silent. This is what happens. See, I go silent, and he's just fucking.
Because I'm looking at you, you're just looking at the camera instead. But yeah, we are actually back on it now properly. We will be uploading every Sunday. That is strict. There's no excuses. None of us work on Sunday. And when I say none of us, I mean me. But I don't work on Sunday. He doesn't stream on Sunday. So we have no excuses for this. Every single week, without fail. Yeah. First topic.
That's why I speak. That's why I speak a lot. Right.
There's not.
Yeah.
See, you think there's just something wrong with like pauses, but
Fucking hell. You got a lot of leg hair. You actually start
picking on the leg hair.
fucking like a monkey. Fucking dead. You
You
just
look good.
picking the fleas out your leg.
Anyway, I'll let you do the toppings. I've done the intro.
Anyway,
I've
okay.
done my part for the entire podcast.
Anyway, okay. Anyway. No, I agree that there is something with pauses where I think if you're comfortable speaking to someone, there is pauses allowed. You know what I mean? I think if you pause in a conversation and gather time to think, there shouldn't be there shouldn't be any stigma on pausing just to rearrange your
No, there
words.
isn't,
and
because
really
if
think
you're having a
about what you're
conversation and I stop just to catch my breath or whatever, and you just have to force them to continue the conversation, it's weird.
when you see these
Know what I mean?
when you see these spiritual leaders speaking, because my mum watches all of this shit, you always see them pausing, like they don't say they don't say they just, like if they have to take a moment to process what they're about to say, they'll say something and they'll just pause and stare into the distance and then just carry on speaking, because people like that who are like spiritually awakened don't care about what people think of them. Do you know what it is, right? We don't like pauses because as people we are scared about what the other person's thinking of us if we're just going to go silent like a brain dead retard. There is no way in a conversation you are just going to pause for like 10 seconds and not be conscious about what someone's thinking if you do that. That's why we actually say...
If I make it clear that I don't know what I'm thinking about and I'm trying to think of it, if I'm talking and then I just stop, then it's just different.
That's what I mean,
if I'm
but
talking,
that's what these people
if I'm trying to get something out that I cannot fucking understand what I'm talking about, and I can't think of the right word or something like that, then that makes sense. But if I'm just talking and go, and just stare at you and not say anything. That's a bit weird.
Exactly, but you think it's a bit weird. These people who are like all awakened and that just don't give a shit. But every normal person does. It's human nature to care about that because we're so programmed to care about how we're perceiving ourselves, how we're putting ourselves out there. Anyway, the world has fucking changed. The world has fucking changed. We have it listed down like just different topics to go off. We used to do this in the first couple of episodes we did where we recorded at your old flat, and I think they really ran well. But the world has really changed. Obviously, we've got a change.
There's been loads. There's
a change of presidents.
Yeah, which obviously doesn't really affect us too much.
But I think.
But then again,
it goes,
to be fair, yeah, it does.
Not just in policy. I think it's the way like the attitudes change because you've got I think right now it's very extreme right and very extreme left, like very extreme side. So whoever's in power for the Western world, I think it really does have a big impact because it sort of gives example of where everything's going. But I'd say division. I've never. I mean, well, I'm 21 years old, so I can't say I've never done it in my lifetime, but I've never even from when I've read. Obviously, there were times many years ago where racism and segregation existed and was rife. But when it comes to real 50-50 division, I've never even read about a time in our history where there's been so much this or this one-sidedness.
Yeah,
I think the world we're so divided. We're so divided, I think.
Yeah, it's weird. I think because of the corona and that as well, because of corona and that, I think it makes everything so much worse. Well, I think so anyway. Especially Donald Trump's gone, obviously, if you didn't already know. But I don't know much about Biden at all, really. But I think all that's happening, and then there's a global pandemic as well, and it's just you don't have time to I've had no time to care about anything to do with the presidential stuff. I know some people that sat and watched that, and is it inauguration? Is that the right word? Who sat and watched that entire thing that live in Leeds. What? Why do people care that much about what's going on in America?
I watched highlights of it to see what he said, the 2-minute thing, but I wouldn't sit there for 7 hours and watch a fucking inauguration.
But then again, from what I've seen so far, Biden seems to be doing a lot better already than what Donald Trump's done. But then that might just be because of the media, though. But that's literally what I've seen. So from someone who doesn't actually see or read or care much about it.
That is your perception because of what you've seen from the media. I mean,
it's fucking mad, that, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
The media can just tell you one thing, but
control
actually,
your life, mate.
Yeah, it's not.
Control your
Which
life.
is why I also don't care, because I'm just it's probably not fucking true. So who fucking
this
gives
is
a shit, do you know what I'm saying?
This is why when people, obviously, it's a very toxic attitude to just go out there and be like, oh yeah, the media's lying to you, everyone's lying to you, when it's baseless. But realistically, you've got to understand that the media has such an impact on how we think as people.
Yeah,
it's not even. It is very much a blanket statement to just go, oh, the media's lying to you. But when you look into it, you've got to get your news and you've got to get your stuff. If you pay attention to the news, if you care,
yeah, I mean,
and it's fine not caring. I think moving with the attitude of fucking ignorance is bliss is the best way to be, really. But if you do care about current events, you do care about things, I think you've got to look through all sorts of different media these days to get
a bit deeper than just one source.
You've got to get a real whole perspective to really.
Because realistically, if you think about actually working in the media, your job is to get people's attention. It's like doing YouTube a little bit, kind of on that same sort of basis of you make a clickbait title, clickbait thumbnail, they're making a clickbait article. You
we know, don't we?
They make
we
money
know.
from that.
We know the ins and outs of it because it is literally what our job consists of, just on a different level.
Exactly.
Because we're not providing,
realistically, all they care
information.
about is you clicking on that article, and then that's their job done. They don't give a fuck what's on it.
And then
I mean, they will, obviously.
That's a very sort of low ground sort of approach to it, like journalists, like individual journalists.
Yeah.
But then there's even agendas at play. I feel like with people who own these corporations, you've got the same people who own 5 different major news sources in America, the same people who own everything. You know what I mean? So I think on that surface level, it's sort of they're just trying to get clicks. But then even above that, it's agendas are really being manipulated. So whatever side you're on, or even if you're on neither side, or you're a left, centralist, right, fucking, or you just don't give a shit whenever you're looking into things, I'd always say get a very, very broad
I was going to say
understanding.
go with an open mindset.
Yeah. But always look.
Well, I guess
everything.
it depends what it is about. If it's something that you don't know anything about, like for me with this present, like when you put that on there on the notes, I was like, you need to carry this because I have no idea. Well, I do. Obviously, I've got an idea of what's going on, but like, I don't. You read a lot of shit like stuff like that. I don't really give a fuck. So like whenever I listen to you say something about it or we're talking about it, I'm not going in like a one-sided situation. Like, I've obviously heard a lot of the bad things that Trump has done. Some good things. But I haven't seen any bad things that Biden's done yet. So I guess that kind of makes me instantly think, right, he's instantly better than Donald Trump.
That's how it leads you to think, yeah. But the way I sort of see it, so it's bad that I have to clarify this, but I'm not a Trump supporter. No. Why is that funny?
That's just fucking...
Get rid of the immigrants. No. Well, yeah, get rid of the immigrants, but I'm not. I'm only joking. I'm not a Trump supporter. Like I'm not a Biden supporter. I'm not in the centre either. I have very fucking opinions that are like left, right.
Yeah.
Like my opinions are all over the place. I don't tie myself down to any sort of spectrum. I think that is really where division gets created, where people feel like they have to like sort of, okay, I think this and this, but I have these opinions, but because I'm strongly opinionated in this way, I've got to be like left leaning. Or because I'm strongly opinionated on free speech in this, I've got to be an immigration, I've got to be right leaning. Because just like this is a thing. We put labels on things, and now we hate each other. You know what I mean? That's how it is, and that's how we're easily divided. And when you're easily divided, you're easily controlled. Because instead of looking at the puppeteer, right, you've got the puppets fighting each other instead of looking up to the person controlling the puppets, right? Think about that one. But anyway, I'm not a Trump supporter.
True, yeah.
I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Biden supporter. I think Trump was very good for the American economy. I also think Trump was a massive narcissist on a personal level and was obsessed with himself and possibly quite evil in a sense, because if you are so hell-bent on you and your sort of image and your legacy, then realistically what are you doing it for? That's some sociopath level shit, I feel like. But then Joe Biden, career politician. The reason you've seen no bad is because,
to be fair, I say I've seen no bad. I've seen literal videos of him just like licking girls and shit, like small children. So as much as I might say I haven't seen him do anything bad, I literally watched this fully grown old man kiss small children, like in a public eye.
This is why
this man is a paedophile.
This is why
that is my only mindset on this situation. Paedophile.
This is why I can't really fall to left and right, because I feel like if you look on like these, I saw something like someone resharing like a compilation of like Joe Biden doing shit like that, and the comments were like people who are very left, who you'd think are like that not like they're normally they're like people who lean towards more like socialism, like everyone gets everything, everyone deserves this, everyone deserves the right to this, everything, blah blah, and you'd usually think of them as the moral people, but and it seems to be just out of like a fucking opinion that, oh well, Trump, we need Trump gone, there's nothing worse than Trump. So you've got people like women fucking saying, well, it's not that bad because of this, and it's like the same sort of women who would be like pro Me Too movement and pro, all this shit, like, speak out against abusers, speak out against this, and you got those same people fucking saying, oh, well, I really hated Trump, so here we go, fucking, Joe Biden might give me a little sniff, is what it is, you just accept it, you got Joe Biden's fucking wrinkly hands on your tits, he's sniffing your ears, it's alright, go on, Joe, have a taste, go on, fucking freak.
That's mad when you put it like that.
It is mad hypocrisy, mate, and this is why you shouldn't get bogged down in tying yourself down to the side. You just
again, you
have your opinions, and don't worry about what anyone thinks about your opinions. They're your opinions for a fucking reason, and herd mentality is rife. Don't be a sheep. And I'm not saying that in like a conspiracy theorist way. I'm not saying like I'm just saying don't be a sheep to the popular opinion. Just roll how you want to.
Yeah,
if you disagree with anything we say on this podcast, you do. If you agree, you do. If you disagree with the popular opinion right now, that's how it is. That's your opinion.
I could never imagine doing that though. I like just doing something or thinking something because it's the popular opinion. That makes no sense to me. I know it's the same with you. Like, I don't understand. Like, if someone thought something, and that was the popular opinion, you thought the complete opposite. But to fit in with them other people, you think the exact same, or say that you think the exact same. That would fuck me over a little bit. Like, it made me feel like a fucking piece of shit. In a sort of sense of like, I don't know. What can you give an example about? Like the presidents, I guess. But like, say like a friend or something like that. Like, you could like someone, but because I like you, I have to like that person as well. Well, actually, I fucking hate that person. That sort of sense of like, it's like, well, like I say with the presidents, just because a lot of people don't like Trump, a lot of people don't like Biden, and then you have like a small select that might like him. You don't have to go with the fact that because everyone else likes him, you do. I know that makes no sense, but it makes sense in my head. And in the same sort of way of how they've both done horrible things and stuff like that, which I think is a good kind of thing to say, that there's no reason to get like personally attached to like these people. And I know quite a lot of people, especially like with Twitter and stuff, a lot of people get so personally attached to like people that like the presidents. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like,
Twitter is a breeding ground for hate, though. Twitter is a different breed, mate. Twitter is for the people who want something to complain about, and they want something to hate, and they want something to fight for, and they want something to normalise. And they're all about social justice and fighting for all this shit. People like that will never ever truly be happy.
That's what I mean. Like, I just think it's a weird concept that you can think one man will change like the way your life will move forward. That's what I think. Like people crying and stuff because Joe Biden got elected. This man will not do anything different really to the man that's just been in power.
Unless you live in California and you're fucked. 62% taxes, mate. The that's fucking horrible. Rich and famous have to pay 62% of some of the hard taxes. It's a madness.
Imagine that. Imagine having to pay tax. Could you fucking imagine paying tax?
Listen, I'm happy with my 24% business tax, right? I'm fucking sound.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about this shit anymore because it's fucking stupid.
I think. Yeah, right then.
It's fucking shit. I don't like it.
I think on a level, you fucking retard. What's up with you?
Sorry, I'm fucking red hot.
I think on a level, it's just you think how you want to think, how you genuinely want to think. And when it comes to Twitter is always going to be a breeding ground for hate. Don't get sucked into it. Yeah, whatever side you're on. Whatever side you're on. You can, I have your opinions if they coincide with mine, if they coincide with anyone else's, whatever. But Twitter, honestly, don't get dragged into all that shit because it is just a breeding ground for hate, and it'll bring down your energy, it'll bring down your vibe, it'll bring down everything, and those are real things that really exist and will really alter your mood.
Very true. Next topic, we want to talk a little bit about the Roman Atwood situation. If you don't really know what's happened, I've only just found out recently.
You found out 17 minutes ago.
Recently.
Well, I showed you that video.
Yeah, 25 minutes ago. I'll just give a quick rundown on it and then we'll dive into it a bit more. Pretty much what's happened is they've been gone for about a year on YouTube or something around that time due to people stalking them, like really badly stalking them. What's the best way to put it?
I just want to say, because I think these days, if we've got, there's a lot of new viewers to YouTube. They might not even know who Roman Atwood is.
That's a fucking good point. We grew up with him, watching this guy. And if you don't know who he is,
Roman Atwood started with prank videos. Whether they were they were fake, whatever. But you know what? At the time, 2014, 2013, it was fucking sick entertainment.
Yeah, but that was what YouTube was like.
Then this guy went on to do vlogs and made mills, mate. Mills. This guy made millies.
Yeah, it was like
Smile More, mate. It was fucking his brand. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The investment that brand got, that Smile More brand as well. That guy. Their business accounts. I mean, maybe not now, I don't know, but fucking hell, they were sitting on some cash.
Oh, mate, they still will.
Yeah.
Definitely
some liquid fucking cash, yeah. Roman Atwood was just a very, he was a prankster turned vlogger on YouTube, a very American family, very, I'd hate to say fake, but, very orchestrated, sorry, mate. Very orchestrated, it was like a very, everything you see has been planned out. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is our family, but everything you see has been sort of like put in place. We sort of control how we show ourselves to you to protect the brand. That sort of vlogger, you know what I mean? Which is fine if you want to do that. It's a business.
It's fine.
Whatever.
It is weird though, isn't it? Like
you've got no integrity doing shit like that, obviously. But you've got fucking bags on bags on bags, so who fucking cares? You know what I mean? So yeah, Roman Atwood. That's who he is. Connor can explain the situation.
Well, just to add on that, he's obviously not such a big thing as he was back then. He's obviously not fell off, I guess, but.
He has because he left. He left out of his own accord, doesn't he? So you do fall off when you leave.
So yeah, obviously a lot of people have seen this, heard about this, but if you haven't, again, more or less, him and his family have had like constant like harassment, stalking, as far as what was it? Fucking
his cars were getting turned on and off. I think his mum's funeral, because his mum died. It was really a couple of years ago, and I remember the videos. His mum passed away, like suddenly. There was a bomb threat to the funeral of his mum. The stalkers, mate, it wasn't like just like internet stalkers. They were hanging out of his house every night, fucking turning his power off and on, giving them death threats when they got a family of kids, fam. Do you know what? If I was in America, I don't know what the gun laws are in his certain state, but I'd grab a fucking rifle. If it were kids involved, I'd grab a fucking rifle, go outside and put a bullet in between their fucking heads, mate. But with that being said, you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to know that you fucking murdered someone. Like, it is so... This is the thing, right? This is what people don't realise. There is a lot of evil in this world. I'm not saying that as some big dramatic thing. No, but there is a lot of evil in this world. And when you put yourself out there online, you are subjecting yourself to anyone. Because you are just, especially if you're doing the vlog type things, or even like the streams that I do, it's very personal.
That's what I'm saying. Like
you subject yourself to fucking anyone out there. Anyone. At all.
I just think it's more mad is that because he is who he is, and... You look at him and you just think, fucking nice person, not a bad thing he's ever done, something like that. You'd expect something like what's happening to them to happen to fucking us. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think if it happened to us, it'd be a bit different.
Yeah, they'd be dead. But
anyway. if someone would turn the power off on our flat, I'd just make a phone call and get the fucking. You know what I mean?
It's mad though. Again, what you just said. They're subjecting themselves to all these, to anyone, but it's mad that people can actually physically just do this to someone else, especially someone who's got a family, got children, a wife, and all this. How fucking horrible of a person do you have to be to do this?
See, I'm trying to think about it, right? I'm trying to think in a devil's advocate sort of way.
This is what I was going to say. If it was like a couple times, like just fucking, I don't know, ordering pizzas to our house, or just typical shit that we did, like not we did, but like
the sort of shit you
do as a kid, like just to have a laugh. Do you know what I mean? Like, but this just isn't that. Like, this just isn't even funny. Like, it's actually just very bad, and it's like, again, we would do all these stupid things when we were younger. And it'd just be hilarious. But then you get to a certain point where you're just like, nah, that's just fucked.
Just to expand on what you said, though, as well, for me to play, like, devil's advocate with this situation, like, in particular, I'm obviously trying to, and you had the same, thought process of me with that one, where you tied it back to what we used to be like, prank calling whoever we prank called.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Bad places, we prank called and shit like that when we were younger. So I'm trying to figure out, like, is there intention with something like that to get a kick out of it? But, like, at that point, you've got to think, what sort of person is getting a kick out of turning cars on and off while his kids in the house, fucking turning on and off the family's fucking power, bomb threatening a funeral.
There's a certain level of a certain level you have to hit to be that sort of person.
It gets to a point.
I'm not even trying to like white knight myself or anything like that. Like,
no, because we are bad people.
Exactly. We've done fucking horrible things.
We do horrible things. Fucking a couple of nights ago, we were throwing eggs at people. Allegedly, right? Allegedly. No, but this is the thing.
Allegedly, we were throwing eggs at crackheads. Allegedly, that didn't happen, but it might have happened. Who knows? Let's ask the crackheads who we threw eggs at.
No, but this is what I mean. We are not good. But I wouldn't say me and you are. Well, I'd say we're good people, but I wouldn't say we intentionally do good things.
We're not saints.
Yeah, I'd say we do things for a laugh that cause other people.
Yeah, exactly. If it was to hear this story in sort of a minimal level of literally what I've said like 6 times about like just toying with people and shit like that, we'd find that funny.
Bashing exit all the first time.
That's funny. This isn't funny. Like, it's just not like, and for people like us to say that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like what I was going to say is like we have done and do like shit for a laugh, which is mad, and which a lot of people would be like, you are fucking cunts for. But then there's a certain level where you're like, when does that become fucking insane to the point where it's just actually for you to get a kick out of that? It is like a level to it where for that to be funny, you've got to be a psychopath.
A fucking absolute nutcase.
A psychiatric patient, mate. You've got to be.
I'd like to say I would be able to do that to someone if it was someone that I had pure hate for, like someone who'd done something horrible to me. But like, this is just a random fucking family vlogger. Do you know what I mean? Like, unless he's just a hidden fucking cartel leader or some shit. This man has not done anything wrong to anyone to warrant this happening. Like, you just can't see it. I can't see it.
And as well, it's his kids. It's his kids. That's what really sprinkles like the fucking just taste of fucking evil. Psychopath. Like, yeah, is the fact that it's stuff to do with the kids. Like, the kids are getting stalked. The kids are getting threats. The house the kids live in exactly. Are getting fucking...
Even us. Like, I feel like if I was getting stalked, like, I mean... It would be a different story, but like that's still like not bone chilling, but it is a little bit. Do you know what I mean? If you have someone stalking you, and I know it's different. We live in a flat up in the sky, but like if we lived in a house,
the flat's just floating.
We live in a floating building.
We live in a flat.
Like, if we lived in a house and we constantly looking out the window and seeing someone there, like staring at us,
we go out.
Yeah,
but it's different.
That's what I'm saying. If you actually look out your window and see someone staring at you,
it's different when you've got kids in the house, and it might be a group of people, like whatever. But see, the only thing, and this is where, and I hate to sound like a cunt, but this is where the inner like sort of masculinity comes out of me, like the toxic masculinity of like this sort of ego thing and also this like protection thing. But your kids are in the house. This is like Tyrone and Atwood. Why are these people not dead? Because fam, I cannot even justify.
Yeah, to be fair, you
why
are fucking right, though.
even in this country where we don't have gun laws and we don't have anything, if someone was putting my family in danger to that point, and this situation is totally different because it's family that, you know what I mean, like if someone's putting my family in danger, it's a situation where and it's immediate danger and it's constant. It's like
your time is over.
Your time is done.
Your time is
done.
Gone.
And commitments to me are going to be worth it to put this person in the ground.
Yeah.
To put them in the ground, mate. On the moors, Saddleworth. You know what I mean? Done. Like, and fucking. Like, that's where my respect is sort of... And
I was thinking that a little bit, but I think it would have been a little bit heartless to say. But actually, when you actually kind of look at it, that is a father scared to go out of his house to protect his children. And that's why I look at it a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
I mean...
it's obviously a bit heartless to say that. But
it is, but I'm just saying what I'm thinking about the situation.
Exactly, just what you said. If it was you, you'd fucking...
Man's got money.
Out straight away.
Man's got money.
It's irrelevant if you've got money.
No.
Right.
But there's a lot of things you can do with money. That's what I mean.
Well, yeah, I know there is, yeah, but... Like... Just fucking... I would at least try and sort it out myself, you know what I'm saying? Like... But especially when you get that much money.
But then I don't know the ins and outs of it. Does he know who it is? Is it like they're doing it and then fucking scarping and they've got...
Well, the FBI was involved as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and surely CCTV or whatever, if it's so close to home where they're literally doing things around the house, it's got to be... I don't know.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, isn't it?
It's a madness.
I think that's covered it.
Jojo Siwa is a... Bleep that. Hey, bleep that.
That is not getting bleeped. Joa.
Joa. She's not Chinese or something.
Joa. Siwa.
Joa Siwa. You want sweet and sour?
He's a
some would say.
horrible blonde. It's not staying in, is it?
No, it's just bleeped. No.
Georgia Siwa came out that she's gay.
No, listen, in that situation there, right, people think we said a lot, all sorts of terrible things. But what we actually said was, Jojo Siwa is, and we just went beep, 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 and then it just beeps over, you know what I mean? That's what we actually said.
You're getting yourself out now. You made it so obvious that we just called her
you just accidentally leave something. I'm saying that you accidentally leave one word in.
on purpose. Brad doesn't want to cancel the manipulator liar. Anyway, Georgia Siwa came out as gay. No one cares. No one fucking cares about you.
Yeah,
blonde
big
cunts.
blonde cunt.
You big blonde.
George. She came out with a picture saying...
I haven't seen this, by the way. I don't...
Right. So let me explain it to you then. She came out on TikTok or Twitter or something, and she posted, or Insta, I don't know. She posted a picture, and she was wearing a shirt, and the shirt said, "To my favourite gay cousin," or something. So it was like a cousin...
What?
A cousin bought her a shirt, and it said to my gay cousin, or something along those lines, and that's how she came out, just by wearing this shirt and said, oh, look at the shirt my cousin got me.
Hold on a second.
Now,
right, no, hold on. What have I just heard come out of your mouth? That is like me going and buying my brother a t-shirt that says, "To my fucking gay brother," and then giving him it. What is actually wrong with me? What the fuck is actually wrong with people?
My favourite gay brother, your only brother.
My gay brother. Like, that just, like, what?
Rainbow coloured shirt.
Like, he'd literally just tell me to kill myself or something, do you know what I mean? Like, the fact, to put it on social media,
So...
You are just weird.
Weird. That's what I mean. And this it's a weird way to come out. And even so this is where I am these days, right? The idea of...
You want to come out to me?
I'm gay. No. The idea of coming out in general, right? This is going to make me sound really sus. No, I mean, it might. I'm straight. If I ever was to shag a lad, it'd be like a very...
I should
queer,
just clip like
a twink,
one of my streams
like a
where
little
you
twink.
just come in and kiss me.
Yeah, but no, that's just for laughs. I won't shag you. You fucking gross, mate. You fucking like no. But you're like a man. You're like a man. If I was to shag a boy, it'd be like a fucking twink boy, like a little 18-year-old
James
fucking.
Charles, like
like James Charles. I'm Alex, like a fucking.
Then this is where I'm at.
Getting excited.
Actually, I'm not going to say what I was just going to say. I was going to say, what if you're just shagging a man and they've just got a bigger knob than you? Like, that would make me sad. But also, like, that is like...
I don't want to
shag a man if you didn't have a cock. So, I'm just going to pretend I didn't say that.
We're just going to
move on.
I don't want to shag a man, right? But if I had to, if like there was a gun to my mum's head or something, or like it was like, I'll give you 10 million quid.
10 million?
Tax. Yeah. For like a little... twink.
Really?
For 10 mil. Yeah.
That's the minimum you'd do it?
Oh, minimum? So
what is the minimum you would shag a man for?
I thought you were saying that as in the way where you were going like, that's low to shag a man. The minimum I'd shag a man... This has got off topic.
Great.
The minimum I'd shag a man for... It's going to be higher than yours. I know you do like 10 grand probably.
10 quid. Do it fucking free.
I'll pay you. Right, realistically, let's say it's like James Charles.
Like fucking 5 grand.
150. Really? 5 grand?
Yes.
£100,000.
You're telling me if someone put £5,000 in front of you and asked you to bum James Charles, you wouldn't do it?
No.
I would. Well, it's 5 grand.
Because I'd have to tell everyone I did it as well.
It's fucking sick. Sound. I'd happily tell everyone that I shagged James Charles. You know how fucking sick? That's a flex.
Oh, right, let me think.
James Charles.
Realistically, maybe 25 bags. Maybe 25 bags. If he leaves straight after. No James Charles cuddles, right? £25,000 no tax. Cuddles. Like £25,000 straight in my bank, and yeah. And James, if you're watching,
like prostitute level of like, come in, bang, fuck off.
Yeah. 25,000.
20 quid.
So James, if you're watching, £25,000. I know it's nothing to you. Trust me, I would fucking ruin you, mate. I'd abuse you.
What if he's got like a fucking 9-inch cock?
No, he's not shagging me. No, he's not.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
See, that's a different situation.
Nah,
it's about.
So yeah, fuck that.
Right. How much for James Charles to shag you? No, genuinely.
20 quid. No,
that for me would be.
Oh, you know what? Probably like
$1 million for me.
Probably like 20 grand.
For him to shag me, probably $1 million.
Depends how big his knob is. If he's got a massive knob, then I'm not letting him shag me. Like I don't want my arsehole to be
actually no, maybe
I just don't like. I don't want my poorly little arse to just be obliterated. I just know.
No. Give me a gaff out of it. $250,000. Give me a gaff out of it. £250,000. Let me buy a house. Yeah. 25 grand I'll shag in. And then times that by 10 if he wants to shag me. Anyway, getting back to Jojo Siwa.
I like this conversation. It's talking about shagging men for 25 more minutes.
How much would Brandon Collins say to fuck a man?
That is the title.
In brackets, 50 quid. Yeah, it's a title.
We're going to clickbait this to James Charles. James Charles offered me this.
James Charles offered me 25 grand for a shag. But he didn't. Could sue us. Right, he didn't. It's clickbait. There we go. Allegedly. Right, it's done.
Allegedly. He might have. Who knows?
He might have. It's a conspiracy. Jojo Siwa, she came out as gay. She did the shirt thing. Posted her. So Jojo Siwa, just a little backstory. She's like, she's very big in America. I know we've got a lot of UK viewers.
I actually don't know much about this girl.
She's very big in America. Her brand is huge, mate. Talking about rich. We were talking about Roman Atwood before. Her brand is fucking like probably. I'd probably say.
How much do you reckon she's worth?
30 million, at least, plus. But I'd say the business side of it, like her brand, is in excess of 80, 90. I'd say.
No, really?
100 even, yeah. It's fucking disgusting.
I swear, it's all in the UK as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's disgusting how big it is. It's huge. So,
where did she come from as well? Like, I swear, like...
I think she was just like an industry plant, in the sense that it was just like a fucking... like a corporation that just got her and just made her into a thing. But, like, it fucking worked. But, yeah, so... Jojo Siwa, she's always had the squeaky clean image of just like a tomboy child. What?
It's nice, isn't it? It's also stressing that. Anyway, Jojo Siwa.
So, Jojo Siwa, she's got that squeaky clean... I'm doing this here as our podcast. She's got like the squeaky clean... She's got a squeaky clean image. Right. She's got a squeaky clean image of like a fucking squeaky clean bitch. She's had a bath. No. She's got that image of just a normal kid, and she just mate, yeah, whatever.
Fucking.
And she came out as gay. And my sort of thoughts on this, what I wrote down about this to speak about was, I want a genuine chat with you about why that matters that she's gay. Like, so first of all, why in this day and age, why coming out is even a thing?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Secondly, why her sexual orientation matters to her audience, and thirdly, something that sort of pissed me off is it's obviously a brand stunt because of the fact that she came out and said, "Oh, I'm not exactly ready just yet to say."
I'm Alex.
Oh yeah, they all do it. They all use the sexuality to sell shit. They all do. He's not guilty of it, and you know what? It's money. He would. Why wouldn't he? But they all do it. And
I probably won't do as well. But yeah, no. As you're saying, it don't fucking matter. Like,
no. But I was going to say one more thing. She basically like teased what sexuality she was. She was just like, I'm not ready just yet to say exactly what I am, like exactly what I'm into, but but it feels really relieving just coming out and letting people... Like, you've not let people know anything. You're just doing some fucking business stunts so that people keep their eye on you, because you just sprinkle in a bit of information and you'll sprinkle a bit more. You're using your sexuality as a pawn to fucking, to gather that attention, to get the focus back on you. You've got like a fucking insect on your ear.
What do you mean?
Oh, it was just a bit of fluff. It was like a black bit of fluff.
A fucking insect.
I thought it was a fucking fly just about to crawl into your ear.
You should have just like... just for fun of it.
As you just told me, I'm just staring at you with like a beetle crawling.
By the end of the podcast, I just turned into a fly.
It goes in your brain, you start buzzing.
Grow wings.
Anyway, Brad, and then you just fly off into the sunset.
See you later.
Fucking hell, yeah. So my it's obviously a brand stunt, but in this day and age, does it? Don't know why I said. Just got my fucking legs open. I just said, in this day and age, I just got my cock out.
Why is every episode? Stop talking about wanking. Anyway,
Connor, in this day and age. Right, in this day and age, genuinely, like, why does it matter? Why does it matter to come out? It doesn't, because
exactly.
Everyone's accepting our age.
There's not even beating around it. It just doesn't, like, you know what? A couple of years ago, it might have. Like, I mean, it did. Not might have. It did. It was a huge thing to come out. Like it was if you was gay.
But times have
you
moved
either
forward.
just wouldn't admit it, or you would, and everyone fucking hated you for being gay. But now it's just normal. Like, and I'm sure my brother doesn't care about me saying this, but like he's been like it as a kid. Like I could always tell. I used to fucking call him a puff all the time when we were younger and shit like that. And I did, and he knows that. My parents know that, and I used to get told off loads for taking a piss out of him and calling him gay and shit. But back then it was, you know what I mean? It was, you fucking gay. You gay. Whereas now, like, when he came out to me, he was like, oh, I'm bi. I was like, yeah, no shit. That was my exact reaction. I was like, yeah, no shit. On his birthday, it took him like 2 years to fucking come out to me. I was like, yeah, fucking no shit, mate. And then I was just like, well, yeah, it is what it is. You're my fucking brother. I don't care. Like, I shouldn't... Fucking that light.
Why is it turned towards a fucking... Why is it turned... Fam, has that been like that the entire time?
Yeah.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, it has. I moved it so you could get out to brush your teeth.
So it's just been pointed to the fucking curtains. Well, no, the light's going to be different. The lighting's going to be different for the entire... I mean, the first half's going to be like a shadow, and then the second half... Fuck! Anyway, yeah, you gay, brother. No, I love him. I love you, brother. But
yeah, no, hold on. So, where were we at?
Your brother came out as bi. He said no shit.
Yeah. So again, that was what, a year ago.
Year
and a half ago. Yeah. And that was just by that point. If you came out, it was like, oh, fucking nice one, proud of you, well done. Whereas like. And that's fine for when you like with your friends and stuff like that. There's no need to ever post it on social media so everyone knows. Everyone knows that you've come out as gay. No one cares. Do you know what I'm saying? Your friends, anymore. Like again, back then it was a different story. But like now, if I saw a report, it's like actually fucking hilarious story, which is actually not even funny. One of my mates introduced me to this girl. And she was unbelievable, like, so fit, like, loved football, all this sort of shit. Fucking pied me off, now she's a lesbian. And it literally just went from having a boyfriend to nothing to then having a girlfriend.
But she's a full lesbian, is she bi?
Yeah, full lesbian. But, like, the way, the reason I say this is because there was no, like, big announcement. There was no announcement of her like just being a lesbian now. Like it was just like, oh yeah, got a girlfriend, and that's good. Like that's how it should be because nowadays it's just normal to like another gender.
I think the sort of.
But what? Actually, go on.
Just really quick. I was just going to say this before I forgot as well. I think the sort of like the argument to what we're saying here about it's fucking normal tough. I think what people probably like the one sort of argument to what we're saying will probably be, well, homophobia is rife. And my one thing that I'd say to that is in like, well, it still needs normalising, it still needs this, it still needs that, it still needs the attention because, you know, homophobia is out there. I think in this day and age now, if someone is genuinely homophobic, I'm not talking about making a joke. I'm not talking about saying the word faggot. I'm saying if someone hates gay people, right? Get a lot of people. It's not really our audience, but maybe new people who find this podcast.
Exactly. People are so.
If you say the word faggot, it does not make you instantly homophobic. What makes you homophobic is if in your head you hate gay people for being gay. For liking penis. That for boys liking penis, girls liking fucking vagina, that makes you fucking homophobic. Yeah. What doesn't make you homophobic is going fag. Even to a gay person, in my opinion. It's awful. No, it's awful, but unless in your heart of hearts that you know that queer. Unless in your heart of hearts that you know that you hate them. That's when it becomes homophobic. It's the same with racism, same with sexism, same with fucking transphobia, everything like that. That's my genuine opinion on it, and I don't even think it should be.
No, it's not even an opinion.
The fact that is controversial to say what I've just said, it will be controversial to a certain group. It's mad.
People who have an actual fucking brain will realise that everything you just said is fact. Like, it just is. Like, we make jokes every fucking day about stupid shit. We'll say, we go on Omegle or whatever, and see an Asian man and call him Mohammed for no reason at all. He's probably not called Mohammed, probably called Thomas or something, but because he's brown we call him Mohammed.
Probably is called
Mohammed. And that's fucking funny.
Probably is.
You know what I mean? That's a funny joke. Like, if it was...
Probably called Mohammed.
Yeah. If I was to go on Omegle and see a black man and go, black, skip, because I hate black people, that's the line.
That would be homophobia, yeah. Because all black people are gay. No, that would be racism.
It is, and people need to understand that because it's such a big difference.
It is a massive difference. And this is why there's so much division, because people who are genuinely not racist, genuinely not homophobic, are being called it because of the jokes they make or because of like the way what they say or what they can say is being policed. And if you don't say it in a certain way that we deem fit, you are this hateful group, you are a part of this bigoted group. No, and it actually takes attention away from actually fucking getting shit done about the people who actually are still bigoted in our society, because nothing will happen to them because you're just tying everyone under the same brush so no one takes you seriously. So now no one cares if someone's bigoted because you call me bigoted for saying you fucking queer, but I'm not, right?
Round of applause for that.
And as well, just on that, what I was saying, just to end off with the argument of like, well, there's homophobia. Someone who is genuinely homophobic in this day and age will never change. They will never change anymore. It's done. It's done for them. But the new generation of people, so you're talking about the olders mostly, and they will be dead eventually. They will all die off. That's how time works. The new generation. And as we go forwards, we'll become increasingly more accepted because younger people are more,
exactly.
like available to new ideas.
This is the thing about, and it's a bit off topic. It's like the thing with the Black Lives Matter stuff. Them processes made no difference at all because we're still in a generation. Like
if you're racist, you're going to continue to be racist. Exactly. You're just going to find something else.
A bunch of people protesting about racism is not going to stop you from being racist. It just isn't.
No, it won't change the mind.
It will change. It will change over time.
What changes the mind is actual, and I'm not saying that a black person is expected to go up to a racist and make the effort. I'm not saying that. But if you really want to see change, like in your heart of hearts, it's not just like a social media thing for likes. It's not just like a little like attention thing, which is what everything is, and it fucking is. But if you in your heart of hearts are really passionate about changing racism and changing all the shit and making people see sort of good, it all starts with dialogue and it starts with understanding. You've got to understand them and they've got to understand you. And once you understand each other, you're at a level where you're no longer a black man and I'm no longer a white man. We're just men. Once you actually understand each other, because you see past the colour of the person, see past the sexuality of the person, see past the gender of the person, see past whatever it is you want to see, and we are actually just men having a conversation, and that's how it will all be fixed. And I'm saying that in a I'm saying that in a genuine way where I don't care if that makes me sound like I know everything, because I fucking do on this topic. I do, because I know I'm right, and I think a lot of people who have level-headed thinking brains will agree with me. You might not, but I don't fucking care. I'm right. Facts. It's not subject to opinion. I'm right. As well.
No, you are though. Like, you laugh, but everything, I can't even know what to say. I don't even know how to add to that because everything you just said was spot on.
I think it's just one of those things where it's dialogue, and I think once social media, I think with social media, we're gonna reach a peak, and it's gonna. I think people think social media will just keep going and going, and then everyone will just be living virtually. I don't think it will. I think with social media, we'll hit a peak. And we're still going yet, but I think we'll hit a peak and then more people, and it'll go back to people actually thinking, you know what, I'm sick of being on Instagram all the time. I'm sick of caring about my likes. I'm sick of caring about all this. And it'll go back to people less reliant on social media and more about meeting people and more about being around people. Because I don't know about you, I thrive on actually being in person with people now rather than like just speaking to them on socials.
Especially when this is fucking over as well.
Yeah, and I think
no one is going to take, like, going outside and meeting people or anything like that for granted.
Before, yeah.
Like, they just won't. Because of the shit that we've been through the past year, everyone is just going to... I think the world will be so... I expect not the world, but like...
It's an awakening, mate. It's a shift.
Different when everything's
it's a fucking
back to normal.
shift. It'll be a fucking spiritual shift for a lot of people, I'm telling you. But just on what I was going to say, because it ties into just a race thing and everything like that, I was just going to say, like, I think social media perpetuates the division because, like I say, people want to do all of this shit to seem like, you know, sharing all this shit on the stories and making awareness and that. It is all for clout. It is all for social gain. It fucking is. It is. And most people silently will see through that, but they'll even then join in, or just because it's about herd mentality that I spoke about before. Humans are designed to just follow the herd and fucking sort of just go with what the popular thing is, because you don't want to be different.
It was like
naturally it's inbred into our brains. It's like inserted in there. It's conditioned. So once social media dies off more. And I think there will be a time when it will. There'll be less of an appetite for wanting to prove that you're such a good person, you're an activist, you're all that, and there'll be more of an appetite for actually wanting these conversations, and that's when I think you truly will get rid of bigotry.
Yeah, and again, with time is the only way for these things to stop, and it is
time heals all wounds.
Exactly. Our generation, not our generation, but our parents' generation, and
you'll never change some of them.
Yeah, exactly.
But they'll be dead. They'll be dead eventually.
Some of my family members are just racist, but they're racist because that's just how they've known their entire life. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, my grandma will describe things in a racist way, and like my brother would think it'd be he thinks it's nuts. He's like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, it's funny, but like, that's just how it is. And they will all die off, as you already said, and then in 20 years time, 30 years time, we'll be them, and it'll be a whole different thing. Like, it will, and again, time will just heal all the wounds. And there's none of these stupid fucking protests, none of this shit will make a difference until the time passes.
I'm proud of being you. Because we put that into words excellently, mate. That was extraordinary. Like, I don't think a lot of people can put into words what we just did there. Not to be up my own arse, because I've said it about him as well, but that was levels. That was levels, and I'll probably post that clip on my main channel. Just about bigotry. I won't, because fuck this podcast. But...
Say that.
Right, fuck it now. You've probably been drained from that conversation. We'll start to finish on a lighter thing, and then we'll see you soon, and fuck you. But Connor suggested something to me, and he said, I feel like they'd like to hear about girls.
So I watched the Fellas podcast, which is Carl Freezy and Chip. Wedges. What, it was funny.
Just chicken dumplings, aren't they?
Carl Freezy and chicken and chips.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
You know what I mean, don't you?
Oh, I thought you were just calling them wedges like potatoes.
No, I was just... No.
Chip. Carl Freezy and fucking a French fry. Go on.
They talk a lot about, like... They talk about a lot of stuff to do with, like, sex and women and stuff like that.
The fact that either of them can get women is
the fact that they can talk about that... And
it just shows what money and clout does.
Yeah. And I think it would. A lot of people always ask about this. A lot of people ask about ex-girlfriends and stuff and current girlfriends or whatever on the streams. So I think it would be kind of good to kind of bring this in. And it's a good time to mention now. Next episode, we're going to do a sort of different sort of series. Not a series, sort of different episode where we are going to take, scenarios and stuff like that. Stuff that's going on in your life for you to ask for advice from us. And that's kind
like
of
every other podcast ever, but we'll be good and we'll be actually genuine because we don't care about image, so we will tell you straight and not do this fucking...
We're not in your room. Will you stop throwing bottles around? Fucking hell. To be fair, your room's clean. And just for the purpose... Ow.
Sorry, pal. Brad does business at hotmail.com. It's on the screen now. It's on the screen now. It's on the screen now. It's on the screen. That's going to be a mad edit for you. It's on the screen. It's on the screen. He's not even going to edit. I'm just going to look really weird right now. He's not even going to change camera angles. Brad does business at hotmail.com.
We'll be in the
Email us
as well.
Email us. Tell us like any advice you want to know. We will not include your name. I promise you. I swear to you. Won't include the names of anyone you talk about. And we'll give you advice, and it won't leave our lips who it's from or whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, delicious. Worst sex stories, I think, would be something to kind of touch on, to kind of sort of tease like next episode, because the next episode will be a lot to do with your stories, our stories.
Well, let's talk about our worst sex stories, because. Fuck off, just let's... No, because it's been... You say, right, we'll do this... No, we'll do it this episode.
No, I'm saying we're doing it now.
Okay.
But I'm saying we're just teasing what next episode will sort of be like.
Tease you in a minute. We're just cock teasing what the next episode is going to be like.
Anyway, worst sex stories. To be fair, I haven't had
Shut up. You have shagged a lot of munters. You have shagged
a
lot of things. Because your body count's fucking through the... Well, it's not... It is through the roof. You're 22, it's through the roof. But it's a fucking madness. You've had your experiences. I've had my experiences as well, but you've had a fucking very wide array. So you can start this off. You'll have something. I'll need some time to think.
This is the thing though, like, I haven't had like bad experiences.
I can think of one from the top of my head right now. I'm going to say one word to you. Discord. The Discord call.
I'm lost.
The Discord call that you rang me secretly because she went weird.
Oh, shit! Yeah, that's good actually, yeah. So, one night, I'm not going to make it any sort of obvious of who it was or when it was, but I'll give you a sort of a background story. I can't give a background story because it's so obvious.
Just do it. Who cares?
No.
You know what? You did not do anything wrong. This bird was weird. This is a thing. You got to watch yourself. Oh, what if this bird said something?
No. I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
She's weird. It's not your fault.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not saying it is in that because I don't give a fuck. But I'm just gonna because it's weird. If the situation is just weird. But I went out with this girl. I wasn't going out with her. I just went out for a drink with her after I'd finished work. Getting fucked up. Started doing a load of tequilas. It was mad. I was fucked. I'm just necking off with her in a bar on Call Lane called Brooklyn. My mates and the managers there. They just stood there pointing torches at me while I got my fucking tongue down this girl's throat. So I was like, right, time to go. As I'm walking back up Call Lane, see my fucking ex from like 2 weeks before I'd split up with her. That was good. And then this girl just disappeared. I was like, okay, but what? Where's she gone? I ring her. She's like, where are you? I'm like, you have disappeared. I don't know where you are. I haven't moved. So she comes back, said that she'd thrown up. I was like, okay. I was like, I kind of want to carry on drinking. What are you doing?
She said she threw up. I've got a thing for sick.
So we ended up going back into another bar, getting more fucked up. And I was alright, I was fine. Decided, right, back to my flat, let's go. Got there, it was mad. She was like ripping my hair out while I was shagging her. It was, I feel like I got abused a little bit, but I loved it, it was great. I have a little weird thing where I do like a dominant girl. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's fucking brilliant. Just spat everywhere. Yeah, I know you're the complete opposite. But
he thinks I'm opposite because I'm insecure, and it really isn't. I just see women as objects when I'm shagging them. Not normally.
Oh my god,
single mum, but I really do when I'm shagging them. Like I just go in that weird place.
Just
again, you're different. You're just like, use me.
That's brilliant, bro. I love it. Anyway, I just a backstory. This girl made it clear that when she gets fucked up, she's weird, and I was like, yeah, same. I'm always weird. I'm just a weird person. And she was like, cool. Just so you know. I'm like, all right, not thinking out of it. So, get back to mine. As I said, she's like ripping my fucking hair out. Like, actually ripping my fucking hair out. It was hurting. Like, hurt. And then, yeah, finished shagging her. And then she just started talking to herself. And I'm not even joking in the slightest bit. She just started talking to herself. I was sat there and I was like, what? And she was like, oh, I'm not talking to you. I'm like, sorry, what?
Say again.
So I'm like, okay, that's normal. And then she started shouting. Like shouting, proper shouting.
At you or?
Yeah, at me, but like through me. And I was like...
Explain that more, because I don't really remember this. Like,
yeah, see, I don't remember it too. Obviously, I was very drunk. But like, I know this happened. And she was just like, she was like, there was someone else in the room. And like, she kept saying that she was talking to someone else. And who was it? She was saying someone that I knew. Someone we'd actually seen like in a bar. We had a couple of drinks with him. Or her, whoever it was. And he was just like, they came back in a taxi, where are they? I'm like, there's literally no one here. That's what it was, yeah. She was like, where is he? Where's he gone? I was like, he was just sat there. I'm like, yeah, we all, yeah. My mate was just sat there watching me fucking rattle you. Yeah, that's what happened. And she was like, no, where the fuck is he? He was literally just stood right there. I'm like, you need to get the fuck out. And she's like, no, I can't. So this is when I was like, right.
Oh yeah, because you tried making her leave. She's like, no. So you like secretly joined.
So I pulled up my computer. She didn't know what Discord is or whatever. I pulled up my computer. My computer was already on. I'd seen Discord, seen they're all in a call. I'm like, right, nice. I'm going to join this call. Just because I was my mindset was, she's fucking nuts. So if something happens, there's like 4 people in the call.
Or whatever,
that was either recording the call or whatever. Yeah. So I had something backed up because she was fucking nuts. So she was like adamant there was someone in that flat with us. I was like, you need to actually leave. You're actually fucking scaring me. You're weird. You're actually weird. I was like, get the fuck out.
Didn't you deafen on Discord as well? So you couldn't hear us.
Yeah, so I muted my audio, but they could still hear me talk, like the microphone. All these lot were like, what the fuck, or whatever. I don't know what you lot were saying anyway.
I was just like, eh?
Yeah. And then... yeah, fucking, she wouldn't leave, and then I finally, like, managed to get her out of the fucking flat. I was like, you need to get the fuck out right now before I call the police. I was like, you need to actually get out. You're actually fucking mental. Like, so I was actually still talking to herself. I was like, nah, what's going on? And she was actually very fit, like, and I was just like, what a weird girl. I got her out of the flat. I locked my door, went back to Discord, and I was like, yo, did anyone fucking hear that? I was like, what the fuck? And then there's a taxi waiting outside. I got her a taxi. And the taxi was there for about 15 minutes. And I was like, what? So I've gone back into the hallway. No, it was still there after 5 minutes. Sorry, that's a lie. So I'm like, right, she's still not in a taxi. What the fuck is going on here? So
that's actually scary, mate. Imagine she had a knife or something and she was just nuts.
No, wait. So I've gone into the hallway. So the hallway, the lights turn off when there's been like no like movement for like half an hour or whatever. So I've gone into the hallway. All the lights are off in the fucking hallway and in the lift. I'm like, right, back inside for me.
So she's disappeared?
Yeah, but then I was like, wait, no, I actually need to find this girl. Where is this girl gone? So I'm running around my fucking apartment block trying to find her. And then I just couldn't find her. And like all the lights off and everything, like all the stairwells, the lift was like on the 6th floor. And I was like, oh dear, I need to just go back to my flat. And I would start looking out my window, and then like 10 minutes later, she got in the taxi. I was like,
where was she?
I don't know. But like this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying though. But
maybe like behind the door or something.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I put her out my flat, but then the lights went on in the hallways. And the lights go on when there's movement.
So what, do you think she was a ghost?
Well, I don't know, but she disappeared, didn't she? And all the lights were still off. The lights came on when I walked into the hallway.
Do you fucking know this girl?
Yeah.
Oh, you still know her?
Yeah.
Oh, so she wasn't just a ghost.
No, she wasn't a random person, but like, she came out of nowhere. She worked for me. Long time ago, though. It was very temporary. Oh, my ass. And then, that was just that. Fucking couple of days later, she came past work while I was stood outside. I was like, you was a bit weird the other day, weren't you? She went, what? I was like, what do you mean, what? And she was like, what are you on about? I was like, well, you stayed at mine and you were fucking nuts. And she was like, I didn't stay at your house. So I never went to your house, what are you on about? Like, completely adamant that she'd never even been to my flat. I was like, nah, I'm off inside. I just walked inside. And then, like, she did a shift, like, a couple of weeks later, and she still didn't realise that I'd slept with her. We'd slept with each other. And I told her, and she was like, you're joking, aren't you? I was like, oh, no, you are fucking next level weird. And then that was that. And then, yeah, she's just...
What do you think? She was, like, schizophrenic?
I don't have a fucking clue, mate, but she was fucking weird. And, like, she's been in a couple of times since then, and she was just a weirdo every time, like... Yeah, but anyway, that's me. I don't think you've got many bad things, really.
Oh, I do.
Oh, lovely.
I just can't really say them, because they're about people who...
Say it, just don't say the name.
Well, I mean... All right, okay, let me think. Because these gross sex stories, and then these, like...
Yeah, that's what we want, it's the worst.
Okay, right, there's one that you don't know about.
Yes! Sick.
I was at Insomnia with Jem the lad, right? I was staying in a hotel room, gorgeous hotel room in Birmingham. And we were out this night, and they'll not like this, because I was out with fucking Memeless, I'm Alex, fucking Einhaber, everyone, right? Gaming event, gamers. Woo! Yeah. So, was out with the gamers. Gaming.
Oh, my ass. Go on, carry on.
We were... Do you want me to rub it for you, pal?
Yeah, please. Ah! That's a rub. Oh, my ass is so sweaty. Go on.
We were out with the gamers gaming in... Snobs, that was it. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, I shouldn't have said that. I'm making it obvious. Oh, don't matter. Anyway, we're out with the gamers gaming, and... right, let me just preference. This is not about a girl I actually had sex with, but it's about a girl that I very almost had sex with and fucked about with, but it didn't happen because of the fact that... Right, okay, so something happened. Right, so we were out, and I was very, very drunk. We'd been in prison before, the big prison in Birmingham. We had fucking drank so much. That prison was fucking brilliant. Brilliant place, genuinely. Like, as far as prison's gone, all the shit clubs, the shit tier clubs, but fucking hell, it was good in Birmingham this one night. And because we had these YouTubers, and we were just fucking like pissing about with little nerds like Blues Dank and Einhaber and them lot, and just fucking like making them go up to people on the dance floor and shit, and it was fucking incredible. That is incredible, just making geeks go up to like men on the dance floor and say shit. Anyway, so I'm so influential over these fucking...
Yeah, because they're all gimps, mate. They're all gimps. When you are like a... what's the word I'm trying to think of here? Like a dominant man. That sounds weird to say.
I know.
Compared to them, though, they're all fucking geeks. They're all just gimps. They're all like 5'8", they weigh 10 stone, and smell of poo. So, like, they literally just do, though. Like, so you, especially when you're known for just not giving a fuck about anything, they'll just do what they want to make you laugh because you think it's funny. Yeah.
So the night carries on, and I was fucking off my tits, and there was this girl that was sort of hovering. No, I just pissed. And there was this girl that was hovering around us, and she fucking. Oh, I'm so like. I don't want to be mean, because this might get back to the person. I hope it don't.
Just say it.
I don't want to be mean, but I have never met a girl I am less attracted to than this person.
I do think I know exactly who you're on about.
Right, well, you can tell me afterwards. No.
Who?
Say more names.
I can't think of any.
Just say a few.
Maya.
No.
I was going to say, I was like, what? No, carry on. I'll think of names in my head.
Right, okay. So, I've never met a girl... Your head. That's a different story. So, I'm joking. I've never met a girl that I'm less attracted to, right? I thought she was disgusting, but I don't know, drunk goggles or whatever, and she was fucking like...
Yeah, drunk goggles.
Mate, I had about 10 drunk goggles on each other stacked up.
I love that saying so much, mate. It's so funny.
And she was fucking grabbing at my knob and all sorts, and I was fucking necking off with her. And then we fucking left and went back to this hotel, and this random guy was coming with us who was Maya's friend.
Is it a girl that we know?
I gave it away. Anyway, no, it wasn't her. It wasn't. Why would that be gross? I'd fucking batter her, mate.
No, I know you're on about.
Who?
Is it that? Yeah.
No.
You fucking cunt.
Bleep all these names,
Yeah,
please. But we fucking... oh, God, no, she looks like an anteater. But we fucking get back to... Well, this one was worse. But we get back to the hotel, and then it would be Josh and this girl, and this guy were trying to come in as well, and I just sort of like he were following us, and he tried coming in the hotel. I don't think he had anywhere to sleep. I was like, no. He's like, oh, bro, let me come in for a drink. And he wouldn't leave the lift, so I opened the lift, got him by the scruff of his neck, and removed him. I went, fucking stay there. And I just shut the lift and left him. And then we went back to this hotel room, and we went back early. We went back at like 4 a.m, but I wanted to go all night. It was one of them nights, so I'm mad. Yeah. But Josh had, and fair play to Josh, Jan, my lad, because I've been out of him since. I've been out of him before. He takes his drink like a fucking buffalo, and not surprisingly enough. But like this one night, he was fucked. He was fucked, mate. Like throwing up out the back of the taxi. It was hilarious. Like he was just trying to sit going down the fucking motorway in Birmingham like a fucking banner coming out of the taxi, just a trail.
Yeah.
He was fucking really bad. We still to this day think he had alcohol poisoning. Anyway, I was on the bed with this girl, and Josh was like in the basket. In a basket folded up because he's clothes. No, he was in the bathroom just like on the floor dead. And I was like fingering this girl, and it was obviously going to lead to somewhere else. And Josh Josh gets up and falls again, I'm pretty sure, and so I had to go in and sort him out, and I like picked Josh up, not picked him up, but just by his arms.
Story. I do, but I can't.
By his arms. I've not actually told you the person. I've never told you the person.
I do remember you telling me about
yeah. And I sort of got him onto the bed. And anyway, he sort of rolled over. And I carried on with this girl on the same bed. Oh, no. And then I was fucking rock solid on that. I was about to fucking just shag the fuck out of her. Like literally, like took her pants off, I think, whatever. Fucking, like, just put her legs back. Was just about to... And then Josh rolled off the bed. He rolled off the bed and was throwing up all over the carpet. He was just like half asleep, like throwing up on the carpet. So obviously I was just like, right, my mate, whatever. I actually thought he was going to die by that point. I actually thought he was dead. So I'd like sorted him out. And then I just put him to bed, let her stay on that bed, and went on the couch. Woke up the next day, looked at her, and I thought, I actually went into the bathroom and almost threw up. I swear to God, and it's not an embarrassing set. And she was grunting when I was fingering her, mate. She was making grunt sounds. Mate, she was going, like that. She was grunting, mate. Fucking grunting at me like a warthog. So it's not an embarrassing sex story, is in the sense that something embarrassing happened. Oh, fam, a fucking vagina looks like a fucking Swiss cheese roll, like a fucking mouldy ham and cheese sandwich. So fucking, yeah. So that happens, and I just was like, that's gross. And she kept hinting that morning, she was just like, oh, I could really suck a cock. I'm like, you could really get back to your hotel, couldn't you, darling? I'm just like, leave. And then another girl who you said the name of before was kept messaging me, trying to get me to go to her hotel the next night and trying to get me to fucking whatever, stay over or whatever. And me and Josh had an odds on, and it were like, I swear to God, like 1 to 60. And I said, right, if you get it, I'll fucking shag her. Genuinely, we both said 56. I swear to God. Right, so listen to this. You know I respect the odds on, don't you? Hey, Connor, listen to me. You know I respect the odds on, don't you? Right, so I had to deal with the situation. I had to deal with it. No, listen. So Mum's at the odds on happened. But listen. So we invited her out because I'm like, right, I've got a shag. I respect the odds on. So I'm like, I'll fucking ruin her. So we invited her out, and you know she was like very flirty and that, and I was sort of sticking it on her because I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna shag her. And then we were like leaving the NEC, and like we went down these escalators, me and Josh, and then she went down them as well, like there's two sets of them, and once she got down to the bottom, we went back up. So like we were going up and she was going down. She started like having a panic attack or some shit. She's like, what the fuck, guys? Why are you leaving me? And we're just like, bye. And then she like, but we're joking. And then she like ran off and stormed off, and we're like in tears or whatever. And then she chatted shit about us to all these like YouTubers because we did it. But everyone were laughing, so everyone hated her. And pretty much obviously that night I'm gonna shag her, but she ran off crying and blah blah whatever. So that odds on is still active. It's still. Like, I've still got to do it at some point.
All right, yeah.
I've got to deal with a situation at hand.
I don't want to be there when that happens. Really don't want to be there.
Well, I don't think you'd be there in the room, would you really? I don't think you'd specifically be there. What?
Odds on I'm there when it happens.
1 to 10.
3, 2, 1,
7.
6.
I thought you were going to say 7 as well.
I was going to say 7.
Anyway, yeah, that's... It wasn't more... It was less of an embarrassing story, more like embarrassing if you knew the person.
So who's the person?
What?
Who is the person?
Say some more names. I'm never telling that.
Yeah, I'll believe it.
Right, go on, say some more names.
No, because I can't think of any more names.
Right, well, if you say the name, I'll tell you. I promise you, just think of that group. Just say anyone. Anyone. Connor. Anyone. Come on.
Can't think of anyone.
YouTube scene. Not YouTube scene. Maybe.
I genuinely cannot think of anyone. I thought of everyone that I thought of.
It's just like 4 names.
I don't know. I literally don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll have this discussion another time. I'm not actually telling. I'll tell you if you guess. Anyway.
What?
Thank you for watching this live this fucking podcast. Forgot what I was doing. Everything just molds into one in my brain. I'm just like, okay. Hello. Where am I? Yeah, thank you for watching this podcast. We'll have more topics next episode. There was something I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about money and success and how I'm moving forward with my job, same with Connor, and how we're doing businesses, blah, blah. But we'll start an next stream. You said it then. But
I read stream on the fucking notes.
We'll talk about it on the next podcast. Something to think about, because we'll be talking about cash dollar figures. We'll be telling you about figures. Talking about fucking moolah, dough, notes,
shut up,
paper.
Yeah, if you have enjoyed this, leave a like,
bags,
comment,
dollars, euros, pesos, pounds.
Share this with your friends.
Egyptian yen. That's not right.
Again, if you are watching this and you want to send in some advice, stuff through the emails.
BradDoesBusiness@hotmail.com. Give us some advice. No, you ask us for some advice there. You'll be seeing clips on this channel throughout the week.
Yeah.
And if you can't be asked watching the full episode, because if you can't, you're a cunt. And we'll be working on bringing it to Spotify. Everyone always asks that, and we always dodge the question because we can never be asked. But now we'll be working on it.
Yep.
It may take a while because there's a lot of processing to do shit like that. But we'll be working on bringing it to Spotify and maybe other things as well. And no, my head's right here. Oh, I thought you were going to fart into it. All right.
Let's cut it there. Fuck! I stood on a plug.
Awful that. Right, press delete.